Welcome back to We Need to Talk, and today we're talking about American taxpayers not paying taxes. Let's go.
When it rigged an election, think that we wouldn't notice. You're about to find out what it's like now when you wake up sleeping giant. Don't go get surprised when the
That's right, you heard me right. America is tired. We're tired of being taxed. Everything is taxed. I've been wanting to put up a fence in my backyard. I am hesitant to put up a fence because they're going to raise my property value. What are you talking about? You're going to raise my property value because I put a fence in my backyard or a pool in my backyard? And then you're going to tax me more because of it. Make that make sense. I went to my assessor's office and I told them that they had my assessment wrong. They have my house at 5,000 square feet of livable space. I have 2,700 square feet of livable space, okay? Not 5,000. They said that the basement is a full basement. It is not a full basement. It's 480 square feet, okay? And they told me, well, we measure from the outside. And then we just multiply by floors. Don't do that. How about you come in my house and you measure it for the actual livable space that you're taxing me for? Oh, well, we compensate that in the tax rate. No. No. What you need to do is you need to come in and you need to measure the entire house. Every square foot. You need to know exactly what my house looks like if you're going to tax me on it. You shouldn't even have the right to tax me on it until you know what my house looks like. Until you know what they said I had 2 kitchens. I don't have 2 kitchens. What would I have 2 kitchens for? This is not a 2-kitchen house, okay? I like cooking, not that much. They said I had 2 water heaters. I don't have 2 water heaters. Why would I have 2 water heaters? Once again, they don't even know what they're talking about. So in New York, $880 million. $880 million of unaccounted for taxes due to property taxes, and I love that so much. Congratulations, New York, for taking a stand. I wish more people were like you. And then we have a lady, her name is Phoebe. She's on TikTok, and she is like a leftist from what I can pick up from her channel. She's pretty left-leaning. I'm more right-leaning, and I would hang out with this person, and here's why I would hang out with them. Because they're making sense. Because we found middle ground. And the middle ground that we're finding, everybody, is that we're tired of being taxed. We're tired of being screwed. The government just takes our money and goes, yeah, let's give it to illegal immigrants. And then let's go bomb those brown kids. White kids, black kids, brown kids, dead kids. Doesn't matter. Go bomb some kids. Go bomb some people. Make sure that Lockheed and Martin is stuffing their pockets and that their stocks go up. We're all tired of it. So here's the videos. Going to make this part quick. Unpaid New York City property tax hits a record $880 million this year. Thanks to Letitia James, there are no consequences. And you know what? Good. I'm glad there's no consequences. There shouldn't be any consequences because you guys don't manage the money properly. And I don't even care if Letitia James is the one that did it. I'll give her this dub. Congratulations, Letitia James. You got a W from me, and I've never liked you from what I've heard about you. I've never liked you, but this is gold. Because this is where you bring us all together. This is when it all becomes, you start seeing through the veil of things, you know? There's this veil. They have us on the left and they have us on the right, and we hate each other for all these different reasons. This is where they've screwed up. They've pushed everybody. We're starting to melt together, guys. And that's dangerous. As soon as we can get over this white-black thing, this brown-white thing, we're the bad guys because we're white and you're the oppressed. And if we can just get outside of these confinements they put us in, and we could become one people, one nation again, they are beyond screwed, and they know that. And I think that a lot of people are starting to recognize that from both sides of the camp. And I think that we can be friends even if we have differing opinions on different topics. And I think as soon as we recognize, hey, we're on to something here. Yeah, we're in the clear. So let's listen to this.
Taking new steps to crack down on what they are calling the super high fare evasion.
All right, the agency laying out plans for a new pilot program today. Arthur Chan walks us through the details.
This is what the MTA calls the superhighway of fare evasion, and we've all seen it. Once the emergency gates are opened by somebody.
Do with what I wanted. Let me refresh that real quick. I guess I already. Here we are, Kevin O'Leary. Or is this just not the previous video had to do with it? Anyway, let's read it. New York City officials are forecasting overdue property taxes will surge to an $880 million current this fiscal year. They say it's because they've lost power to enforce punishments on delinquencies. Amazing. They've lost power. They've lost power? Good. I'm glad you've lost power. I'm glad you can't kick people out of their houses because, there's old people that live on fixed incomes and you're raising their taxes because the market value. Oh, the market value. Yeah, congratulations. Your house is worth more. Now sell it and now you have nowhere to go so you can go rent. Okay, that's really cool. People are sick and tired of your nonsense, and I'm going to tell you that it is not just the people in New York. As soon as the dam is breaking, that's what's happening in America. The dam is breaking. The big facade that's been going on is finally falling apart, and I love it. I love it. I love it. It's not just an absolute dollar amount. I think that should worry us all. Said the city council man. It's people realizing that there are no consequences for not paying your property taxes. And that can't be allowed to continue. You know what? Screw you. What's your name? Who are you, you fool? You're a city council finance committee. Preston Niblack. Okay, Preston, you're a dunce. You're a cuck. Nobody likes you. Go away. You're a fool. No, that can't be allowed. That can't be allowed. Whatever. Yeah, screw you, dude. Let's check this Phoebe chick out. Phoebe, you're a straight up G.
Pentagon failed its sixth audit in a
This is a duo. I don't want a duo. I actually want Phoebe.
billions of
Ooh, here we go.
So the U.S. Pentagon failed its sixth audit in a row. Sixth audit in a row, right? 6 years continuously failing audits. Do you want to know what that amounts to? Billions of U.S. taxpayer money just unaccounted for. They have no idea where it went. They're like, what? I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, as a U.S. taxpayer, that infuriates me. And it should infuriate you too, because that's your time and labor that is unaccounted for and just misspent. Because the Department of Defense takes the largest chunk of American taxpayers' money. Okay? If you look at where all of the taxes go in the U.S. government, the Department of Defense takes the cake. It's the biggest chunk. And then that's where we have now seen a 6th year in a row of of a failure of an audit. And so in my mind,
So how can you fail an audit, but we can't fail an audit? She's going to bring this up, but what in the hell makes you any different than us? Why are you allowed to fail an audit, but we can't fail an audit? Is anybody in prison? Has anybody gone to jail? Are they going to stop funding you? What's going on? Why don't we stop paying this? Let me stop.
I'm like, first of all, if you were a U.S. tax-paying citizen, you wouldn't even be able to fail 6 audits in a row. You'd be in jail, right? The IRS would treat you as a criminal. But of course, when it comes to the government, like, oh, what? No, it's okay. Like, you just gotta let it go. And it's just, I think maybe this year could be the year where we don't let it go, actually.
Yeah.
Okay? And so when it comes to tax season, right, April 15th, the tax deadline's coming up. That's why I'm posting this video right now, is if you filed and you owe money, which I heard a lot of people this year, all of a sudden were like, I usually get a refund and I owe money. Yeah, don't pay it. You don't pay it. And when the government comes after you and is like, hey, where's my money? You send them a letter back and go, oh, that's funny. I was going to ask you the same fucking question. Where's my money? And then you just send them you send them the report of the fact that the Pentagon failed another audit. You say, once this is resolved, once you tell me where the billions of dollars have gone, I will be more than willing to send you more money. But until you tell me where the fuck my money's going, I'm not giving you any more, right? That just feels like common sense to me, okay? And if you have a W-2 right now and the government keeps taking money out of your paycheck every week or bi-weekly, then you can actually refile and you can file as exempt so that they don't take any money out of your paycheck, okay? And then you would just get a larger tax.
Real quick, if you file exempt, what will happen is you will still get a very small portion taken out. It's going to be, I think, for Medicare and Social Security. Those will still get taken out, but you will not have to pay all of your tax. So there will be some taken out. It will not be all of it.
Bill at the end of the year and you wouldn't get a refund for next year. So like being proactive about the fact that you're like, we need to really have a conversation about how taxes need to change in general. Okay. Because also at the end of the day, like I think it's insane that like, fuck you H&R Block, fuck you TurboTax, fuck you to every fucking organization that tries to charge Americans money to file their goddamn taxes. I'm sorry. It can be so simple. It would be so simple. Just Americans keep their money and at the end of the year, the government sends you a little bill. Okay. And we anticipate and we understand that we would be like getting taxed between.
I disagree with that to some degree. They do that in Europe, I think. What happens when they send you a $20,000 bill? Then they set the tax rate at whatever they want, and then they just send you the bill, and now you just agree that you're liable to it. I don't think I'd be cool with that. Here's what needs to happen. Get rid of income tax. Raise sales tax. Hear me out. Sales tax at 18% across the board in every city, every state, everything. Sales tax is at 18%. Guess who gets taxed the most? The rich. So now the leftists, you have created a system where the rich get taxed the most because they spend the most, and you only get taxed when you purchase things. And you can decide not to purchase things. Like if you need to save money that month, you can go, I'm not buying this, this, and this. Okay, you don't have to pay tax. You literally could live just about tax-free if it was just 18%. Boom, that's it. You could, that's just my 2 cents.
Like 20 to 25% of what we make, period. Like that's what you would put away for taxes at the end of the year, or you spend the entire part, like, you know, rest of the next year paying it in installments. Like you just, like, I don't understand why we all as Americans are just like, okay, I guess this is the way it goes. Also, the fact that our government misspent money over the past 6 months, because I think it was the majority of Americans really did not agree to the fact that we sent billions of dollars in aid to Israel, because so many Americans are staunch on their beliefs of the fact that that was a genocide. That was not, that's like no conversation had about that. Like we actively had to watch, innocent people being murdered, and our tax dollars were funding that murder. And so, and also, like, within those 6 months,
whichever side you stand on that, the Amish, I am pretty sure, are exempt from taxes because they don't believe in funding war. And so the Amish don't have to pay federal tax because our tax dollars are used for war, and their religion won't allow them to. I could be wrong, but that's what I've always known. That's what I've always heard. That's what I've always just believed, is that the Amish don't pay tax simply because they cannot fund war.
we are watching Americans, 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and are one emergency away from becoming homeless, which, by the way, they have actively been working on trying to criminalize homelessness. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there are large conversations that need to be had, and I think the way to be heard as American citizens is to withhold your fucking taxes.
Amen.
Like, I just think it's that simple. Like, I just don't think, like, obviously it's been clear to us that, like, voting for people doesn't fucking work. It's the system that's broken. It doesn't matter how many fucking plug and plays you put into a system that's falling apart. Yeah. Okay? So we need to completely reassess how the system fucking works. And then we start saying, as American taxpayers, that, hey, like, this is not the system that I am agreeing to anymore. And I'm not feeling properly represented anymore. And I'm pretty sure, constitutionally speaking, if you want to fucking take me to court, you want to try and arrest me, I'm going to stand on the grounds of taxation without proper representation is fucking theft. And the last time I checked, thievery is illegal. It's criminal. So, anyway, just wanted to bring that up. Have a great day.
Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree. I don't disagree. I don't disagree one freaking bit. Not a little bit. There's nothing in me that disagrees with Phoebe. 100% on board. I am sick and tired of the system. The system with the left, the system with the right. Now, my personal belief is that is why I like Trump, is because I feel like he's a wrench that just got shoved into the grinding gears of this machine, and he's just messing it all up for everybody. And it's causing people, whether it's people that just hate him or people that love him or people that this or it's causing conversation. It's causing all of us to search a little deeper. I never got involved in politics at all until 2016 when I saw that they were attacking this guy left and right. I'm like, I want to see what he's about. I want to see why they hate him. And then I was like, okay, I don't think that he's that extreme. Some of the stuff he does I don't like. But at the end of the day, guys, I think it's happening. I think we can, people have been talking about civil war in this country. I think we can bypass civil war. And I think we can all come together. I really do believe that can happen. I think it's going to look a little different than everybody expected, but this might be the start. So thank you for checking in. Hope you have a good one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
When it rigged an election, think that we wouldn't notice. You're about to find out what it's like now when you wake up sleeping, trying. Don't go get surprised.